WDEL for hosting this event. I don't have to read from a bunch of stats and reports. I am a crime fighter. I've been on the front line for a long time fighting as a law enforcement officer. Wilmington has suffered over 574 shootings in the past 6 years, 135 homicides, nuisance crimes out of control, businesses fleeing the city like the wind blowing up the dust. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, if the right person doesn't become mayor of this city, Wilmington will lose its charter. The next mayor will face a $6 million deficit. The General Assembly is not going to keep bail in the city of Wilmington now. I know that for a fact. Every time the city needed finances, they came to me to get them on the straight and up as far as when they needed money from Dover. I'll tell you this. I have a plan, a very bold plan. It's called offense. We will hunt the bad guys down. We will deal with them. We will get the guns off the street. Not a whole lot of talking, not a whole lot of rhetoric. But in that plan, we will meet with the relatives of the bad guys, which myself and Martin Hegman did almost 26 years ago when we got rid of the Yale boys who had murdered 3 people and were terrorizing the northeast side of the city of Wilmington. We got the clergy involved, the business community involved. We sat down with folks and told them, listen, bring your grandson in or your son in and tell them to turn those weapons in. If you don't come in with him and they don't turn themselves in, we're giving them an opportunity to come to the table and stop this nonsense. We had the clergy involved with us. And our final warning was, if you do not stop this, we will bring the wrath of law enforcement down on you 150%, and I'll guarantee you we will eradicate this problem. Those grandmothers, those mothers listened to us. That homicide rate stopped immediately. The Yale boys would have taken over probably the city if we had to let them go back in 1984. They were armed, very intelligent, smart, dealing narcotics, and murdering people. You cannot play pussyfoot with violent offenders, and a Williams administration will not do it. A bunch of talk and a whole bunch of rhetoric is not going to be done. We have seniors locked in their homes afraid to come out. People running from the bus stop trying to get home. That is deplorable. Deplorable. We are the 9th worst city in the nation for this city size. That's deplorable. And Mr. Montgomery, you had 11 years. You had 11 years, and that administration had 11 years. And I do believe that I'm the best qualified on this panel to be the mayor. I handled an $800 million deficit when Delaware was in deep trouble financially. No one on this panel handled that. I did. We didn't lay one person off. We had a AAA bond rating. The state's still doing very fine. People can get up here all they want to and pound on their chest and talk about what they're going to do in the future, but I've already faced violence. I have made connections with the court, the Attorney General's office, the state police, federal police, county police. And that's what it's going to need. It's going to need somebody who can reach out and work. I have a tie in the community. I was born and raised here. I came from the Riverside housing projects. I know all about being broke, poor, and suffering. So I know it from both ends. But my mother and father worked hard to get me and my brothers to where we are today. And I'll say to you, vote for me on September 11th. Thank you.
Representative Dennis Williams.
Thank you for coming out, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for having us, Delaware Tech, and thank you for sponsoring this WDEL. If you want change, you'll vote for me. If you want a safe city, you'll vote for me. If you want your finances back in order, you'll vote for me. If you want businesses and people to come back to this city and neighborhoods to be #1 again like it was when we were all growing up, you'll vote for me. If you won't vote for me, you'll vote for the same old people that's up here with the same rhetoric. Got a city councilman up here that's been on council for 20 years, crime's out of control. He's a part of that too. You have a deputy mayor that's been up here, crime's out of control. He's a part of that too. You have Scott Spencer, who's a good kid, but he has no experience. You have the Reverend Derek Johnson. Derek Johnson's a good guy. I've been on him since he was a kid. He took some shots at me tonight, but I'll deal with that later. But again, I say if you want to change in this city, you look at my voting record. You look at the things that I've done. Everyone talks about all the stuff at the riverfront. Well, we brought a lot of money in at the riverfront. The Joint Finance did, which I'm chair of. We saved the Boys and Girls Club. We saved St. Francis Hospital a $5 million loan, which they don't have to pay back. It would have devastated this city if those doors had closed. We did that, the General Assembly, with my leadership. Again, if you want change and you want positivity, you'll vote for me. If you want the same old thing, there they are, to my right. Thank you.